Well, good evening, everyone. I am here in Barrie. Tonight is a very exciting evening in the whole area. Tonight is Hockey Night in Barrie, where some retired NHLers, some local hockey players, and some local celebrities like Member of Parliament John Brassard and Barrie Councillor Doug Shipley come out as well. So, John, John Brassard is our Conservative Member of Parliament for Barrie Innisfil. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the event and why so many people here are so excited about it?
I might have to scream because they just had a goal scored, but this is the 11th year of Hockey Night in Barrie. It's presented by our colleague Alex Nuttall from Barrie Springwater Oro Medante, and it's a great community event. Hockey in August, it doesn't get any better than that here in Canada. And this event has raised over $2 million over the last 10 years. It was started by Shane Corson, it was picked up by Patrick Brown, it grew in prominence, and as you can see tonight, the Barrie Molson Center is full of hockey fans seeing NHLers, former NHLers, and current up-and-coming NHL hockey players. And I'm here with Doug Shipley, City Councillor here in the City of Barrie. Doug and I were elected together in 2010, and he does great work in the community. Doug.
Thanks, John, and thanks, Andrew, for coming to Barrie, and welcome to Barrie. And it's interesting that this is Hockey Night in Barrie. Quite frankly, being from Barrie a long time and a hockey coach still, every night is Hockey Night in Barrie. But tonight is a very special night. It was interesting today on my social media how many people were talking about, are you going to the game tonight? Am I going to see you at the game tonight? A lot of people were saying too, can you set me up with a photo op with Andrew Scheer? And of course he made it all the way down here to meet his people. So it's a great event, it's a very social event, and it puts a lot of money back in the community. So thank you for coming, Andrew. It means a lot to myself as a councillor and the residents of Barrie. Thank you.
Well, it's great to be here. I love hockey. I grew up watching a ton of it. I was a Leafs fan, and then Ottawa got a franchise, and I made the switch. But I can tell you that a lot of the games, the cheers for the Leafs when they scored in Ottawa louder than sometimes the Sens fans.
So you notice how many Leaf fans are coming out of the woodwork now?
More and
John
more.
Tavares got signed, so you see a lot more Leaf jerseys. We saw a bunch of them tonight, actually.
A lot. I mean, you're right, though. I mean, one of the nice things about Canada in general is it's never a bad time to play hockey.
No, you're right.
And outside, it's probably about 150% humidity.
Yeah. It's wet.
And it was about plus 28, plus 29 today. So it's nice and cool in here and a great way. But the big thing about today, of course, it's hockey. Everybody loves hockey. It's a great sport. So many kids play. It's a great way to people stay active. We have members of Parliament who are in their 40s and 50s who still play hockey as a way to stay fit. But tonight it's not just about watching a great sporting event, it's the charities that tonight's all about. So anything you can tell me about the prime beneficiaries this evening's game will go to support?
Yeah. Well, the big thing is RVH, the Royal Victoria Hospital. Like I said, over $2 million has been raised in the past 10 years, helping with the Cardiac Care Cancer Care Center as well. Easter Seals is a benefactor. There's a bunch of benefactors as a result of this event. And it doesn't just come from ticket sales. There's a lot of sponsorship for the event as well. The community coming together, large sponsors coming together, and it's really a great opportunity, as I said, for people to get together in August for hockey, but also to support those local causes. And having you here today, Andrew, really heightens the profile of the event. And I know that this is your first time in Barrie, and we're excited to have you. You spent a full day here, and maybe you can tell Councillor Shipley what some of your impressions of Barrie are so far.
I'd love to hear it. That's it.
Well, Doug was giving me the gears just a few minutes ago for this being my first trip, and
I wasn't going to call you out on that, but you did yourself. So.
But I growing up in Ontario, living in Ottawa, a lot of my family lives in Mississauga and the Oakville area. So kind of drove by some of the signs saying Barrie North and all that. But this is great. This is a great opportunity for me. And one of the things I like about my current position as leader of the opposition is I get to see so many different parts of the country that I haven't got to before. And Barrie is a great community. Learning more and more about it. Lots of manufacturing jobs, lots of agricultural connections, and just a very dynamic city. I learned a lot today at the Rotary lunch that I was at about Kempenfelt Bay and the important role that waterfront plays in Barrie, not just in terms of the economic development, but just in the quality of life and watching families with kids out on the shores and all kinds of different water activities. You can tell that this is really a jewel in Ontario that people shouldn't just drive by those highway signs. They should come up and and check it out. So it's great for me to be able to see it, and I can guarantee I'll be back.
Well, we're glad to have you back. And you're right, our waterfront is our jewel.
Yeah.
I mean, Barrie is a beautiful city. We try and get as many people off that highway as we can every time. There's more and more development always going on. We've just recently redone our waterfront downtown. We've got a new and beautiful Meridian Square Memorial Place downtown, which is given a little bit higher profile to the cenotaph, a little bit more respect that's due down there. It really is changing. Barrie's on the cusp of having tremendous growth.
Yeah.
We've just recently taken over some land south of us in the Innisfil area. Barrie's going to go from 150,000 people to 235, 240,000 people in the next few years. It's going to be tremendous growth, and I think it's a very exciting time for Barrie.
Yeah, it is an exciting time for Barrie, and you know, the waterfront is the crown jewel. And Andrew, we got another goal behind us there, but Andrew was at the South Shore Center today, and of course the backdrop of Kempenfelt Bay and the city in the background, and I was explaining to him what it means to this area in terms of being an economic driver and the economic opportunity that a healthy and prosperous Lake Simcoe and Kempenfelt Bay means to our community. And I know that you appreciated that as well, just the natural beauty of it and how proud people are of being in this area.
Absolutely, and we talked about the important role that different levels of government can play, and John was highlighting the investment that the previous Conservative government made in cleaning up Lake Simcoe, reducing the phosphorus levels, working with municipal levels of government. I know that's something that the municipalities have been looking for those partnerships with, and that's something that our party has been very proud of. You know, reducing, finding those tangible, practical ways that we can improve our environment. I think the work done at in Lake Simcoe and the bays around it are great examples of that very type of thing.
We need to keep those waterways safe, clean for our kids, our grandkids. You're exactly right. There was, years ago, Kempenfelt Bay and Lake Simcoe was failing a little bit. But there was some funds put forward, and it was definitely been improved. Being a boater, I've seen the quality of the water out there. It's a bit of a shame right now. Some of those funds have been taken away, and we're aware of that, and we'd love to see get those put back in sometime.
Yeah. So, and of course, some of the messaging today, Andrew, as we head into 2019, you know, you talked a lot to a lot of people. You were at the Peacekeepers ceremony this morning, and then speaking at Rotary, and then the round table. And so maybe just a message for everybody in the Central Ontario region about what to expect from us as we head towards 2019.
Yeah, John's right. I got to see the Peacekeeping Park this morning.
In Angus.
In Angus, yeah, a very moving ceremony honoring it was started originally to commemorate the loss of 9 Canadians who were shot down in a peacekeeping mission in 1974, I believe. Yeah. And ever since, you know, that event has been very important to that community. Of course, with base board in the area, lots of strong link to our armed forces, and that's something I know all Canadians are very proud of, and our party has always supported. Our message going into 2019 is that the Conservative Party will always be there looking for ways to make life more affordable, to put people before government, to reduce the burdens that hardworking Canadian families have, make sure that you benefit more from the hard work that moms and dads and individuals across the country make every day. So before we close, I just want to ask you, okay, favorite hockey memory? What's your favorite thing about going to the rink? As a spectator, I know what mine is. I'll tell you what mine is in a second. But when you walk in those doors for a hockey game, whether it's junior hockey, you've had the opportunity to go to an NHL game, or anything in between, what's your favorite part about the hockey experience?
I'll let John go first so I can think about it. Give me a second.
Well, there's two actually, and growing up in Montreal and being a huge Canadiens fan.
Can you say that here?
Yes, I'm a huge Canadiens fan. Here comes all the hate postings now, but that's okay, or the red faces, but I'm good with that. Proud Canadiens fan. Guy Lafleur skating down the ice, and you know, just that whole Montreal Canadiens era was great. And the second one personally was seeing my son drafted last year by the Vancouver Canucks.
That's right.
And getting that phone call from Trevor Linden as we sat in our living room, that obviously a highlight for us. And we're a big hockey fan, and hockey family, and a hockey community actually. Yeah. As Barrie and Doug, as he said, currently coaches. He won't tell you that he brought his team to
that was going to be my moment. You're stealing my thunder.
Okay, but I'll save it for you. But those are two big memories for me.
Thank you for that question. And mine's probably not exactly the most glory moment, but it's really one of the most memorable. I do coach, and I coach my son and his team. Last year we started off as not the most competitive team, as a bunch of kids who kind of came together, but they really gelled, Andrew. And when I'm coaching hockey, it's all about teamwork and commitment to the community and learning life skills. It's really not about what goes on the ice to me. So we made it to the finals of the OMHA. We were down to game 6. We each had 5 points, and John attended the game.
I was there.
We had a tremendous crowd there. Now here's the sad part. We ended up losing. We lost with 47 seconds left to lose the series. But you know what? And I've said this to a few parents and the kids after. I think in the long run, it was probably a better life lesson, because it shows the kids sometimes what the taste of defeat is.
Yeah.
And I know it's bittersweet, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but I have said that. But I will never forget that game. I'll never forget the crowd. I'll never forget good people like John coming out. And
you and I winking at each
yeah,
other.
after the one goal, you know.
I'm on the other side. He's winking at me. I'm winking at him. Way to go, Doug, right?
So thank you for asking. What about you?
Well, I don't know if I can top the having a son drafted in the NHL, although I've got 2 of them, so there's time yet. We don't get on the ice, but you know, for me, I remember the day that Ottawa got its franchise, and I was so excited. It was just so exciting for hockey fans in the Ottawa community area. I used to go to bed listening to the play-by-play on the radio. Sometimes I wasn't allowed to stay up all the way for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But for me, the number one thing, it's the food. It's the wing burgers. It's the popcorn. It's just.
So I can smell it all from here.
We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. I brought up the big thing of popcorn, but it's part of it's the whole experience. It's the way, you know, I never played myself, but I love being a fan. I love going to games with friends, just picking out on the snacks and watching everybody play. So I'm so excited to be here tonight. It's a great community spirit, and from all of us here tonight in Barrie. For those of you who are watching at home, for those of you who have supported this event in the past or this year, thank you for your support to this very worthwhile initiative. And look forward to connecting with more and more of you for the rest of the summer as I get out to every corner of Canada.